I've seen it being compared to, what on earth was that noise? Because my phone has never made that noise before and it's on silent. It's doing it again. I'm a bit scared. Hello? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day so far and welcome to today's video, which is going to be my July monthly makeup roundup, where I'm going to be sharing all my updated thoughts and feedback on all of the new products and the new to me products that I picked up throughout July, the good, the bad, the ugly and everything in between. So without further ado, let's get started. Now I say this every month that I have a really small collection of products in front of me. This month, I think the smallest that I've ever had. This has been a lean makeup month. I don't know about you, but I barely picked up anything new this month. This has been a very lean month. I feel like there were a lot of releases in the global makeup landscape, but very few of them arrived here in the UK. So there were very few products that were available in the UK for me to pick up this month. Obviously we had the Pat McGrath launch, the Moonlight Seduction. I haven't received that yet. Also the No1 Foundation hasn't arrived here yet as I'm making this video at least. So yeah, there's a few launches that were kind of slower to come here. But I also feel like it's been a slow month generally, but that gives us the chance to really reflect on the products that I did pick up. So let's start off with the Lisa Eldridge lipsticks, the new shades that Lisa brought out for spring summer 2022, one of whom is currently on my lips. This is Je ne sais quoi, which I think is it my favorite from the collection? I can't commit to that. Okay, it's one of my favorites from the collection. Today I'm rocking it with the Go Lightly gloss on the top, and it's a match made in heaven. I think you'll agree it's stunning together. But Je ne sais quoi is just, I did think I would like it, but I don't know that I expected to like love it so much because it is, you know, a more sort of muted shade, but that's what I love about it. I think Je ne sais quoi is possibly my favourite from the collection along with Wonder Wheel, but I think the thing about Je ne sais quoi is exactly as Lisa described. She's always right on the money. It's a bright lipstick that is muted somehow. So these are my three shades from her new collection. Strawberry Shock, which is one of the matte shades, and then we have Je ne sais quoi and Wonder Wheel. These are the three like standouts for me. I loved all of them, but if I had to pick three, these are the three that I am reaching for the most, that I feel are the most special, that are the most worth it if you have a large Lisa Eldridge collection. Je ne sais quoi, it's like I said, it's bright summer pretty shade in a muted, wearable, like everyday way. Wonder Wheel is a more bright, juicy, unexpected love of mine. Like I have a lot of shades like this. And this leans pinker, whereas I typically lean more orange or, you know, peachy, whereas this is definitely more of a pinky than my usual preference, but I absolutely adore it. And Strawberry Shock is just it. As far as the matte shades, it's that beautiful, bright, slightly unique twist that Lisa always has on her lipsticks. And yeah, of course, this was a huge hit for me of the year so far. One of the most exciting launches. Certainly didn't disappoint. As always, the customer service was incredible, the delivery and the lipsticks themselves always live up to expectations. No surprises here. I absolutely adore them. May as well stick in Lipstick Town, why not? A new lipstick from Charlotte Tilbury. Strange little launch, in my opinion, because it was just like one lipstick on its own. Like, okay, I wonder what happened there. Typically, Charlotte releases like, you know, 3 lipsticks or a whole collection. I don't know why just one lipstick arrived, but I will take it. This is Island Dream, and it is a dream. Okay, I don't know what islands have to do with it, but it is a dream. My perfect peachy, deeper nude for every day, and it is limited edition, so it has the pretty little diamantes on the end, which I appreciate because I am a simple soul. Wax something shiny onto a lipstick and I'm happy. But this is just a perfect, beautiful everyday, slightly deeper, perfect for my skin tone, perfect for summer, very, very flattering, exactly what I look for and live for when it comes to like my go-to everyday lipsticks in summer. That has become an instant favorite for me. And let's do the last, but by no means least, although it probably is least, who is to say, but the final lip product of the video, and this is Fenty's gloss in the shade Peach Pout. So this was initially released, I don't know when, was it holiday? Perhaps, some time ago, along with a matching cream blush in like a peachy duo. And I skipped on that set because one, there was a cream blush in it, and I feel like Fenty's cream blush are especially nightmarish for me. They are, you know, the thinner, more like sticky, just, yeah, not my kind of cream. I mean, no cream blush is really my kind of cream blush, but especially that is like the bar is like right down here. You know, I avoid them. So I didn't pick up the set. Also, having seen a few people use that set, I felt like the blush was not really going to show up on me. It wasn't really giving me enough to excite me, to tickle my pickle enough to buy a set when I wasn't really sure I was going to use the cream blush. So now this has been released on its own. This is the cream gloss bomb formula, which I really love this formula. I've got several shades of this already, but I don't have a peachy shade. I had low expectations of this, but it's exceeded them, you'll be happy to know. However, this does come with a bit of a warning, so I had to order this from the Fenty website, and I'm not sure I was fully aware that the website I was shopping from was US based, because everything I think was in like UK prices, and shipping was either free or it was very like low. It wasn't giving me alarm bells like, oh no, this is a US website, I'm going to get stiffed on tax and it's going to be really extortionate. I thought it was like the Fenty website, but the UK branch, this took like 3 weeks to come. Okay, it was like Pat McGrath long. It took a very, very long time, to the point where I actually emailed them like, where's my lip gloss? I've been waiting for weeks. And of course, just to humiliate me, as soon as I emailed that, it arrived like the next day. Now, taxes and everything was included at checkout, so there were no ugly surprises. I didn't get any extra bills or anything, but it was so slow. So slow. So bear that in mind, that if you do shop from that website, expect Pat McGrath speed of delivery, i.e. snail's pace. Also, I did reach out to their customer services, as I said, to ask, you know, where's my lip gloss? It's been weeks, almost forgot I ordered it, and they didn't reply. And then 3 days later, I got asked to rate their customer. I got sent an email saying, please rate our customer service. And I was like, I'd love to. I'd love to if I had experienced any. So that was ironic. And so I filled in the customer service and explained I didn't actually get a reply. They haven't replied to that either. So somewhat lacking of a customer experience, but you know, it's here now. And anyway, I should probably tell you about the lip gloss, shouldn't I? I'm so good at this. So here she is. It's lovely. It's a light, you know, wash of colour. I should show you closer. Here she is. So this is Island Dream, and then we have the Lisa Eldridge lipsticks. So we have Strawberry Shock, Je ne sais quoi, and Wonder Wheel, is that correct? And this is the Fenty gloss down there. So you can see it's not got a lot of colour. It's a nice sort of sheer wash of like peachy nude. It goes on top of all of my peachy lipsticks beautifully. It's also just got enough pigment that I can wear it bare-lipped. I can wear it on bare lips just by itself, and it's been living in my handbag. I really like it. It's very natural by itself, but it also gives me a bit of gloss that doesn't change the colour of the lipstick underneath, but just works with it to make it shiny, which I like. I already knew I loved this formula. This shade is very, very nice. Hopefully it comes to UK stockists, so if you're based here, you can avoid the little calamity that I got myself into. So sorry, someone turned the lights out, so I've just had to adjust my camera settings. Next up, let's talk about this new shade of Victoria Beckham's cream blush stick. This is the shade Fever that I picked up today, my first in this formula, and it did not disappoint. You guys have told me in my quest to try more cream and liquid products this year that I need to try these, and when I saw this colour, I mean, you already knew that this was going to be the colour for me. It's right up my street. Was I afraid? Was I petrified? Did I think that I could live without it by my side. I was afraid, I won't lie to you. It looks extremely bright and frightening. But would you be surprised if I told you I had this on today? Would you? Because I do. I cannot lie. I have it on today. I used my Sydney Grace angled brush with it again today, and it just works a dream. You can easily apply a lovely, subtle, soft wash. And yes, of course, you can build up and get this wonderful, rich colour if you so desire, but you can also blend this out and get this lovely natural wash easy peasy. I also did try this on the lips because it says you can also use it on the lips. It's not my favourite colour. It gives you a very lovely bright punchy orange lip, but it does feel like a cheek product that you've applied on the lips. It feels a bit heavy, it is quite matte, and I've got lipsticks I prefer, but it does look nice on the lips, I will give it that. And yeah, loving the formula, very, very easy to work with in the way that I've been using it with that brush, rubbed lightly across the top and very, very lightly applied to the cheeks. I'm a fan. So if you thought that shade was insanely intimidating, let me tell you, you could well be wrong. Next, let's talk about these 3 new shades of Charlotte Tilbury's Eyes to Mesmerise, and oh, suit you, sir. I like these, okay? I've still got the Sunlit Glow on my peepers because I filmed the review of these today by the magic of time travel. So they are very new to me. They are super new. I only got them at the weekend. I've only used them a couple of times, but I know what I like, and I like these. Sunlit Glow is definitely my favourite, as I said in my review earlier. I tried the gold shade first, and that one surprised me. I really didn't think I was going to like it that much. I thought, it looks fine. It doesn't look that special. It's a goldy eyeshadow. I just think it's just so pretty on the eyes and so quick and easy. I have liked this formula previously, but I think these shades are like the best that I have tried and like just my favorite shades, and I can actually really see myself using these. Sunlit Glow is just like magical. Like I'm looking at it now and it's a yellow gold, and then I look at it in the camera and it's a beautiful pink. It's very unique and pretty and beautiful, and I am enjoying it muchly. The Exaggereyes is very soft and subtle on me, but sometimes I'm in the mood for that, so that is absolutely fine. The gold shade that I can never remember the name of that thing is Golden Eclipse. I think that's why, because I don't know that that makes any sense. That was also an unexpected love, just really perfect bronzy gold for summer, and I'm really enjoying these, and they're not really for me. You know, single eyeshadows, one and done eyeshadows, don't really love them. Cream eyeshadows, I don't really love them, but those two especially, I'm really enjoying them, and they've gone in my top drawer for now, which is unexpected. Next up, let's talk about this nail varnish that I'm wearing today. This is OPI's Bubble Bath. I know you already know about it. I am the last person on this earth to try this nail polish. I like nude nails. I like mostly natural nude shades. This is like the most popular shade. It's become more talked about it recently because I think Hailey Bieber like posted that she wears this or something, and everyone lost their minds for it, even though it's been out for 300 years and everyone else has been wearing it for decades. But you know, Hailey Bieber wears Bubble Bath, so we have to wear Bubble Bath. But I picked this up this month to give it a try, see what all the hype was about, and it's perfect. It's perfect. If you like a slightly sheer, so you can still see like your nail bed, what is it called? Nail tip still shows through, so it's almost like an easy, free French manicure. This is the prettiest, light, soft, pink, natural nail polish, nail varnish, whatever you want to call it, that I have. I'm here for it. Next, let's talk about Sonia G's mini Keyaki travel set of brushes. Oh, this is so perfect, this little set. I love the size of these. I love how you can easily do a full face and eye look with just this, and you don't need anything else. I will never travel again with anything but these. I did a little demo using these on my Instagram stories, and I have saved it as a highlight. So if you missed that, it will still be there on my Instagram if you want to see how I use these brushes. But essentially this one I use, this is the Jumbo Base, which is the only pre-existing brush just in a mini size that's in this set. And this one I just apply foundation if I'm using my cream bronzer, my Charlotte Tilbury cream bronzer, and I also will do concealer with this. And then I set my concealer with this brush and also my lids for eyeshadow with the Jumbo Worker, but you can also use this with cream, so you could use this for concealer as well. Also, what I have found this amazing for is cream highlight. It's slightly small to use with cream blush, but you can do it. But for cream highlight or liquid highlight, this is the perfect shape and size. You then have one sort of do-it-all cheek brush. So this is the Soft Face, and you can use this for bronzer. It may take a little bit longer because it is a bit diddier, but also you could use it for blush, you can use it for highlight as well. This is the only brush in the set, I think, that is only for use with powders, so you have been warned. Do not put creams or liquids on here, or who knows what will happen, but it'll be something terrible and alarming for all of us. And then the two little diddy eye brushes. So you've got basically a blender, a crease brush, and you've got a detail brush that can work with creams and powders that you can pack on the lid. You can use it under the lower lash line. Also, I use this one for highlight. This is just perfect for highlighting your cheekbones, down the bridge of the nose, all those sort of detailed areas. So essentially, with these 5 little brushes that fit beautifully in a makeup bag, you've got everything that you need from Sonia G. So I think it's an excellent starter set for the brand because of the lower price point and because you've got everything you could need in here for much less than, say, like the Fusion set or the the Lotus set, or in fact any of the set, the Sky set, but you've got literally something to do every bit of your makeup with. So I think it's an excellent, well thought out set, and it works beautifully and it serves the travel purpose exceptionally well. Like, can't be beaten. Next up, a little hair product that I thought, why not tell you about. This is Olaplex number 9, the hair serum. Now, this is the first Olaplex product that I've tried. This is a sample, by the way. This isn't the whole thing. Just to be clear, this was a sample, deluxe sample, I think I got from Space NK. And yes, I don't like it. Should I expand on that? I thought I was going to love this. I thought this was going to replace my number. What is that number? Is it number 5? What's the leave-in thing? No, it's 6. See, I was wrong again. So I usually use number 6. I shampoo and condition with 4 and 5. Then when my hair is just slightly dried off, it's damp, I go in with number 6 before I dry or just let my hair air dry. That has been like my go-to number 6. I love it. I'm obsessed with it. It works on my daughter's hair. It works on my hair. It's a real multitasker. It's like a leave-in conditioner. It's a detangler. It's a protector. It's like everything. And I just feel like it makes such a big difference to how my hair dries as well. And it's very much more smoother and just healthier and less dry. So I have loved number 6. I've repurchased it a couple of times and it's been a big favourite of mine. I thought that this one was going to kind of replace that one because this is also like a leave-in, well, it's a serum, so it's a leave-in product. You apply it to damp hair after you've washed it, and it's supposed to be anti-static, frizz controlling, detangling, and gives bounce back memory. Okay, and it claims to be weightless also and suitable for all hair types. Here's the thing, I don't like it anywhere near as much as number 6. I just felt like it left my hair feeling like heavy, weighed down, and like it just felt dry. I ended up having to like dampen my hair and go back in with my number 6 instead because I just didn't like it. And it's possible I used too much. But here's the thing about Olaplex. It just says use a small amount. What's that mean? A small, what, who, in whose opinion, a small amount? I've previously asked them this question about the oil and they responded to me like I was a moron because again, it says use a small amount. I was like, tell me how many drops. Is it 1 drop, 10 drops? How small of an amount are we talking here? I need specifics because a small amount to you may not be a small amount to me, okay? So I've been using what I feel to be a small amount, but as there's no guidance on what this small amount is, then this mysterious small amount could be much less or much more than what I've been using. But I've been doing my best, all right? I've used an amount that feels appropriate. I'd say it's probably the equivalent of like a 5p piece, if you know. Let's say this much, okay? In my hand, into damp hair. I've been following the instructions as well as I can. It just didn't feel very nice. It didn't give me the luscious, healthy, hydrated locks that I've come to expect from the other numbers in the family. This is my least favourite that I've tried so far. If you've got on better with it and you know what this small amount is that Olaplex are talking about, please let me know. But for me, I certainly don't plan to purchase this and replace my number 6 with it. Because why would I? It's not for me. So next up, I want to talk about the Hourglass Soft Glow Foundation. Now, I don't have it in my pores, but when I said that I was not going to be buying this foundation in my, was it in my Will I Buy It video? I think I said I'm going to pass on it because the shades, I just can't find a nice shade in Hourglass foundations. They're much too warm. They just don't work for me. They need to sort out their shade range. It's just a mess. And so I was just going to skip on it altogether. I had quite a lot of you requesting, please Charlotte, please try it for us. Please help us with our shades. Please let us know if it's worth it. And you guys wanted me to try it. So I went to Space NK and I got a sample. So the shade that I tried in store that I tried a good few shades, and as usual, had the usual problems. A lot that didn't really work, a lot that were too warm for me. So I picked up shade 11. I got a sample of shade 11, which matched my body perfectly, absolutely perfectly, but my face is quite a lot lighter than my body, and I don't like to match my face or I look insane, but I like to kind of go in between the two, because if I match my body, I just feel like it looks too deep on my face, and then there's a lot of work to be done matching up like my neck and ears and everything else. So I find like if I go a little bit darker than my face but not as dark as my body, that just kind of balances everything, brings everything together more easily. So 11 was a very good undertone match for me and matched my body perfectly, but I just felt it was slightly too dark. So now I've ordered shade 8 because that's the next one up. I mean, shade 10.5 and 11 say the same thing. Then all the shades down to 8 are warm or cool. And I mean, the neutrals are usually warm, so I hate to even envision what the actual warm shades are like. So they were all too warm for me, and so I've gone down to 8 to see if that one will match me, and I'll let you know match-wise whether that one's a better bet if you are a shade twin. But here's my thoughts on this foundation. It's a nice natural satin full coverage foundation. It reminds me very much of the Lisa Eldridge foundation. It has a very similar finish to that one, like a natural luminosity lit from within, as opposed to being like luminous or dewy or glowy. It's certainly not on like the level of the Tom Ford foundation or the Shiseido Radiant Lifting. It's much more of a like natural satin than it is a glowy foundation, in my opinion. It's very smooth and very beautifully flawless on the skin. You need a very small amount of it and it blended really nicely. It wore decently, but I definitely had got like my natural oils were definitely coming through like by the 6 or 7 hour mark, so it wasn't an especially long wearing foundation either. So I would say if you have the Lisa Eldridge foundation, you've got a probably far better shade match in a very similar foundation. You probably don't need the Hourglass one as well, but it is a nice foundation that did perform well on me. I will say I watched Tara Lynn's review of this, and I totally agree with everything that Tara said, so I would very much recommend watching Tara's review. I don't plan to do a standalone review of the foundation. I just wanted to check what the shade was so that I could help you guys match yourselves if you're a shade twin of mine. So those are kind of my thoughts on the foundation. It's nice. It didn't like knock my socks off, make me want to buy it and review it and scream from the rooftops about it, mostly because the shades are going to be just so hard for anyone to find a match in. They're very confusing. The descriptions are like the same for 5 or 6 of the shades, and it's a mess. So yeah, it was pretty much as I expected, but yeah, it is a nice foundation. Yes, if you use too much, it's going to get heavy very quickly. So you've been warned. I picked up a new fragrance this month, and this is Zerjoff's 40 Knots. Zerjoff is one of my, if not my absolute favorite fragrance houses. The performance is just so reliable and it's always there, and the quality of the fragrance is always so apparent. in their scents. They have this DNA where they're so incredibly well blended, and the quality of the ingredients, the notes are just like no other, and the packaging is just like next level glorious. I'm like, I die every time. Now, as we've been in like the summer months and the warmer weather, then I've really been like craving a fresher, lighter, marine-y type of fragrance, of which I have none in my collection. I don't have anything like any of those words that I just said in my collection. It's kind of like the opposite of what I'm typically about. But I've really been like craving a fragrance like that recently, probably just because it's been so warm and muggy here, and I feel like wearing something really light and fresh that makes me feel like I'm on a yacht, getting sprayed with sea salty air, and, you know, a mermaid is swimming by who smells glorious. That's what I was looking for, you know? And from all of the research I did, everybody was screaming, that's fragrance. This is what you're looking for. It's salty, it's fresh, but it also is woody, which it just gives me that bit of like me and what I typically go for. So it's still clinging on to that woodsy vibe that I love, that sexy, warm, cozy vibe, but in a really fresh, aquatic, fresh air, summery way. I also read that this was a performance bomb. If you've heard me speak about fragrances before, you'll know I have to go for incredible performing fragrances because my skin eats fragrance for breakfast. If I go for something that is just moderate, you won't smell it on me, like 10 minutes later it'll be gone. I need beast mode performance, and this apparently had that as well, and oh my... she's perfect. The notes in here are basically woods, salt, seawater, and green notes. Very mysterious, but that's quite typical of Zerjoff. They don't like to necessarily list their exact notes. They like to kind of keep a little bit of a secret DNA in their fragrances, but to me it's very, very fresh, and it literally smells like you can envision yourself on a yacht somewhere, very, very expensive, with the warm beachy sea air, and it doesn't smell at all fishy, which is a bit of a problem with a lot of these fragrances. There's no like seaweedy, fishy smell to it whatsoever. You get a bit of a salty sea air quality. It is a bit green, but it's very woodsy as well, and it's got a real sort of soft, warm quality to it as well. I've seen this compared to Initio's Rehab, and I definitely get that sort of musky vibe in the dry down. The other thing it kind of reminds me of is Xerjoff's Decas. Not that it necessarily has similar notes or it smells the same, but it's just got that warm, musky dry down in the finish, and it's also got that woodsy warmth that just stays the right side of fresh and summertime for me in that same way. So if you like those two fragrances, you will love this one, but it's a fresher, more aquatic scent. It's perfect for summer if you want something that's light and kind of feels a bit more airy and just less cloying in summer than what I typically go for. This is stunning and an absolute perfect success of a blind buy, because I did not know whether I was going to like it or not, and I do. Thank goodness. And also, I must mention this app. I would never normally talk about an app, but this, you'll understand why I'm telling you about this if you don't already know about it. And this is the SkinRocks app by Caroline Hirons. So if you don't know, Caroline is an incredible skincare expert. She is the best of the best, incredible professional expert in all things skincare. She has a huge platform, YouTube, Instagram also. She's also on This Morning. She's incredibly knowledgeable about her skincare. She also has started her own brand. She does like skincare boxes, and she has now come out with an app which is called SkinRocks, and my mind was blown. I feel like this sounds really sponsored or something. It's not. Caroline has no idea who I am, okay? But I'm obsessed with this app, and if you like skincare, I can't find, where did I put it? If you are like a skincare idiot, like you have no idea what you're doing with your skincare and you need help working out what your routine should be, what products to try, the order of products, when to use, what goes with what, perfect for you. If on the other hand you're like a skincare junkie and all you think, live, breathe, do is skincare related, it's going to really tickle your pickle, okay? It has something like 10,000, did I make that up? I'm sure I saw it was like 10,000. She wanted to launch with 10,000 products in the database, which is an insanity for a start. And you can, how I like to use it is you basically search, you put into the products, search for whatever product you're interested in. So you can either look at all of the eye creams or you can search for a specific product. It will tell you the price, where to get it, all of the ingredients, who it's good for, when to use it, when in your routine it goes, and everything you could possibly wish to know. There's also a whole lot else on there that works for everybody from beginners to experts and just people who love skincare. It's incredible. And if you need to know about ingredients, need to check what's in something, you have sensitivities, it's going to be priceless. So I'd highly recommend having a look at that. It's mind-blowing. I'm still getting to grips with it, but it's going to be incredibly helpful for me, like going forwards, picking new products and choosing what I want to use and addressing specific skin concerns. It's amazing. Check it out. So there you have it. That is my July monthly roundup of all things beauty and makeup. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, and I'd love to see you in the next one. Otherwise, take care for now. Bye.